Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're in Biznatch. All right. Now we're in Okay, that's enough of that. I wonder how many brain cells I killed of yours listening to that music. But I'm going to go ahead and hit that. I'm going to put that on my start list. I like that. Test Run is the name of it. It's absolutely 100% free. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are having a great Friday morning. Let's see here. It looks like everything is up and running. The lights are green. And God, this thing, I really wish there was a way to make me like turn it down. It's mind-blowing when it does that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so taking a look at the chat here, it looks like first, Rose, number 1. You are first already. Then number 2, Canada. Deanna, you are deterred. Oops, medal with coffee. I love it. We got My Second Life. Pamela LocalPrepper, how's my yard? And Rose says, I am 5 by 5. That is good to know. Guys, we're going to do today is going to be more of like a free-form Friday. Barry. Oh, Barfy Man. Welcome from Pakistan. Hopefully you can stay out of trouble. Let's see. Who's in the top chat? I'm in the top chat. That's too funny. Let's see here. Thank you, Oops. Appreciate you. Ian says he's working on his coffee. Rose says, I guess the correct name is Trickster, but I do enjoy meeting even if you spring them on us. There we go. Rhythmics. That's a cool name. Thank you for the compliments on my beard. It only took me 50 years to grow one. Let's chill and fish with Daniel 7. I see. Said hi. Got you. Shake. We have a lot of new people in here. A lot of new names. I appreciate you guys. Do you prep the bull? Are you talking about Red Bull? Are you talking about Red Bull? Barf Man. I'm not sure why you would post that there, but everybody gets a free shot here. Everybody gets a free shake here, or a fair shake. And so I've got my eye on you. Let's see here. Let's chill and fish. I sub. Well, thank you very much. Let's chill. Appreciate you. I'm just going to call you Let's Chill because there's just way too many words in your profile name. Okay, so today is Freeform Friday because I was too lazy to set anything up, and the plans changed. The girlfriend informed me last night, oh, I want to go to do this other thing on Friday, so we can't go to North Carolina until Saturday. And I'm like, okay. All right. I love you. We're good. So that's what's happening. Freeform Friday. Put stuff in the chat that you want to talk about. I will be happy to have an adult discussion with you about preparedness, the world, whatever you want to talk about, as long as it doesn't get me kicked off YouTube or is anti-American, and everything should be A-okay. I'll be drinking coffee this morning out of my Local Prepper coffee mug, 180-degree coffee. Oh, it goes down so smooth. It just goes right to the blackness of my heart. Let's see here. You're right. There is so much words. So many words. All right. So if you're not going to put anything in the chat, I will get this party started. Let's see. So what I was doing a little bit of reading this morning, and apparently we've got a problem with Mr. Powell. Jennifer, good to see you. Good to see you. And I would really rather talk about stuff that you guys want to talk about than stuff that I'm talking about on this screen over here. So do us all a favor. Why is everything seems to be so like off? I need to move this. Am I going the right way? Am I going the right way? I'm not sure if I'm going the right way. I'm going the wrong way. I think that's what I want. I think this is what I want right here. I really should have done something a little bit better with this. Do you like fish? I'll eat it. I like fish sticks. I don't. For me, fishing is more of a survival skill than anything else. So I don't really put a lot of. Fishing is like ATVing. It's a hobby. People put money into it. They spend time doing it. Stuff like that. What do we got here? What have we got? Let's see here. Okay. Skinker Karat. He was a bad man. He did bad things. He died for those things. And now the world's a better place. What do you think? What about Shankokrat? What do you think about that? Put it in the chat. Let's see here. Barfman says, I'm just calling you B-Man because it just sounds wrong when I say it. Living in 1950. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. You're still alive. You are still alive. Batshit Crazy just showed up. Let's see. B-Man says, what should I prep for when Trump drives America in the ground? Well, I would probably prepare for the fact that that's not going to happen. That literally you know what? I tell you what, let's just use a scale that everybody can understand. Let's just use the price of eggs, because apparently the governor of one of our states has said that she can't afford eggs. They're too expensive. She can't afford them. But the combined salary between her and her husband, and she's a governor, $1.4 million a year. Interesting. I mean, I have like 3 dozen in my fridge right now. Not a joke. Got them from Wally World. So let's use that as our scale. And when the price of eggs go to $20 a dozen, you come back here and you tell me how right you were. Okay. But until then, we're going to stay neutral. We're going to be like right in the middle and kind of like pay attention and like act like adults and enjoy ourselves because it's a Friday. Let's see. So I've got a group of you in here. That's interesting. Shrek. That's the Shreknocrat. It's kind of a cool name. If he's the puppet, then how did he tell them don't attack Iran 2 days ago? Who's the puppet? Who's the puppet master? Me. You might have your facts mixed up. This might be a $20 egg, solution again. Let's see here. UK needs a Trump. Absolutely. I thought we had one with Nigel. Unfortunately, Nigel's a tough guy. He really is. I mean, I completely respect Nigel Farage. Unbelievably straightforward kind of guy. Very much like me. He's been kind of quiet lately. He got that whole party started up over there. And I think that the machine that is the government of the UK has become so infiltrated by everything from, the big business, the George Soros guys, the Red Shield stuff. And I also think that you have, and I'm probably going to screw it up, but you've got the House of Commons and the House of Lords. And I've seen the meetings in the House of Commons, and it's like these people are talking. These people are like, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, democracy, right? And then I see the meetings in the House of Lords, and they're like, and they're like, here, hold on. Let me show you the House of Lords. The House of Lords is like, well, I'm not sure that's a great idea. I'll never tell you why. Hold on. But I think it's a bad idea, and we shouldn't do it. And it's like, so you can't ever get anything done there. That basically the House of Lords is just like making sure that they don't lose their monthly stipend. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. Let's see here. National Party doesn't have a chance in UK politics. I really wish it did, but I think that he needs to, it's kind of like with Trump. Trump is like, there's no way, I don't believe in what the Democrats are doing, and I'm not a Republican. Because from day one, he has said, I'm not a Republican. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was smart enough to know that if he went to start another party, or if he said that he was an independent, that now he has to battle, these two ginormous, very financially strong parties, right? So it's probably smarter for him to become part of the other part, a party that he believes in, or that he can co-align with. But it's so difficult until he starts yelling and screaming and gets his Brexit voice back on. Nothing's going to happen over there. Let's see here. UK government is openly hostile to the native population. Yeah. Yes. Shreknocrat, you're absolutely right. It's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing to like the people who actually live there before, for lack of better words, the Muslims took over. I don't want to say, whatever type of sect or group they're part of, but basically it's become, unfortunately, a religious thing. And whether they believe in the whole taking over the world mentality or not, they have basically taken over. Like Great Britain is not what it used to be. You literally got to move out into the country and then try to stay away from people. It's kind of like that here in America, but with Democrats. Let's see here. Why is Trump trying to deport people critical of Israel? Have seen zero of that. Why make up lies? Let's see. Jennifer says, I am at my local Ollie's getting canned jars on sale and some canned goods less than $1 each. Yes. Jump on that, Jennifer. You need to be all over that. And there is actually some talk. I heard about this 2 days ago, where there were some government organization that we haven't reined in yet is saying, oh, you should not be canning in jars because they might burst and you could be damaged, or you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so this person who wrote this clearly doesn't understand pressure cookers, and they're made out of metal. And if they do burst, they're going to burst inside of a metal container. When they're being brought to temperature, they're not going to burst after you take them out. And then it's like, okay, so what you're basically saying, moron who wrote this memorandum, this is almost like that thing we can't talk about and pre-2019 science. It's like, it doesn't matter. None of everything that happened since we ever discovered how to can things, none of that matters anymore. None of that matters anymore. Now, don't listen to that. We've been doing it wrong for 2,000 years. Just don't listen to that anymore. It's so ridiculous. They're like, you should be canning in like these plastic jars and something. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that's going to work. Let's see here. Rose says on the news this morning, we're commenting on price of eggs and how people are going to color other stuff instead. But how many do you need to color? We may need 2 or 3 dozen kids cut back on junk. Yeah, it's all yappity yap. It really is. It really is. I mean, on the conservative side media, they're like, this is what's happening. And on the left side, the far, basically the mainstream media. God, I don't even know why I call it mainstream media. It's the lamestream media. They're like, oh my God, don't eat the eggs because they're so expensive. You'll be coloring those and somebody could die. You're all gonna die. You know, someone's gonna starve in Africa because you bought an extra dozen of eggs. It's so ridiculous. It's absolutely so ridiculous. Let's see here. Pamela Prepper, good to see you, bro. England can't have a Trump because they would arrest him for saying the truth. Orwellian. I know. So I see. I'm pretty active in the exosphere. That means on X. And the one of the I interact with a lot of people globally, but my favorite are the Europeans. Specifically the people in the UK, drilling down to the micro area, the people in England, Great Britain, and I have some lineage from there. Actually, my bloodline goes all the way to the French that took over England at one point. Yeah, interesting history, huh? But anyway, so it's like I know where my ancestors came from in England. Where they lived. I was a coastal person, not giving away too much, but anyway, so I have an affinity for the English, and I talk to them daily, and they're constantly, there's a lot of stories about how people are being arrested for posting on Facebook, on X, basically the thought police. They're literally, and the way they do it is because some of the bobbies aren't armed anymore, and they basically just show up at your house with their vests and their handcuffs and their little reflective devices and things like that, and they literally surround you. And then one guy tells you, hey, you're under arrest because you posted something on Facebook that could be like inflammatory. It's against this, that, and that law, and so we're going to take you now. And then the guy's like smoking a cigarette. He's like, okay, all right, tell him I'm going. Send Johnny to come get me. Okay. And then they just like walk in a circle around him to the car, and he like gets in the car. They don't even put him in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so ridiculous. And it's becoming such commonplace, But here's the thing. If nobody reported this guy for saying, hey, basically, the king sucks, or you should all really be thinking about what's going on inside of Parliament right now. You know what I'm saying? If nobody reported him, then nobody would come and get him. It's that easy. It's absolutely that easy. And so I think that we need to work on the people who are all the time and basically crawl under your rock. I mean, at some point, everybody's always worried about violence, but at some point they push, and they're going to be like 0 F's given. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to roll on this person and bow up, and it's going to be all over. You know what I'm saying? And likely it's going to happen someplace in public, but nobody's going to care. And they're going to be like, oh yeah, that one's always starting trouble. They had it coming. And we're going to roll back to that mentality, and the people that are basically, the people who believe in socialism, the people that are way too ideologically left, the people that are way out there on the progressive wing that think that everything should be fair, they're going to find themselves the hated group, the hated class, and they're working very hard to get to that point, and I don't know why. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but. Anyway, let's see. I need to scroll up. You guys put some stuff in there. But anyway, so to get to the point is I always post, I can never visit this place ever again because of the things that I've said. I just know if I fly into England, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to land at Heathrow, and there's going to be like a circle of cops waiting for me. And I'm not even famous, but I think that's what would happen. Oh, let's see. Oops. Show him the money and he will show you the hat. Somebody's asking for the hat. Do I need to set goals, guys? All right, it's Friday. I'm going to set some goals here real quick here. Show me the money. Okay, 1 hour and you know what? happens. There we go. All right. So, and that's kind of like the moniker now. So there's a goal. There's a goal. If you want to see it, if you want to play, you got to pay. All right. Let's see here. What do we got here? I have no money. Good morning, Pilgrim. Good to see you. Let's see here. I'll eat the bugs. You'll eat the bugs and like it. We actually did a show on that 2 days ago. Basically, it's actually a protein source. All right, 46 Camper. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. All right, if you guys have not subscribed, I recommend that you do so. Also, if you've not hit that thumbs up button yet, please do so now. It does help the channel. Looks like our chat rate, let me go to the analytics. Our chat rate is a 2. So get some stuff in the chat. Get some stuff in the chat. Let's see here. Rose says, believe you were commenting on doing dry canning, baking breads, or other food stuff instead of pressure or water bath. Well, actually, I haven't talked about that in some time. No, what I was referring to was 2 days ago, somebody from the government. I was literally like walking past the TV because I keep it on all day long in the living room, right? So that when I'm going in and out, I can like catch anything that's happening while I'm there. And it was like such and such government organization says that it's no longer safe to can with glass jars. And I was just like, what? And just kept walking, you know. Let's see. Tim, good to see you. Good morning from Ohio. Let's see here. So the other groups known as rebels, not always following alphabet food is, rebel canners. Here's the thing. Rebel canners, the only thing they're doing is they're doing the same. They're canning the same way the Amish have. That's it. Now, listen, if I was going to be, there's actually a lady, I really wish I knew. She's from Crimea. She makes videos. She's got like 1 million followers, but she's like always making canning stuff. And she does it in a double boiler. She doesn't even do it in a pressure canner. And the food is good for a year. You know, and if you're rotating your pantry and eating this food, then so what? You know what I'm saying? But if you're like me and it's like, well, I don't know when I'm going to eat that chicken, and 5 years later I open it up and eat it, then you definitely want to do the pressure canning thing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. 2 birds with 1 stone. Trolling people for fun. There you. I haven't seen you since like 2 days ago. I think. Bradley says, hey buddy, good morning. Wasn't thinking you was going to be rolling it live today, so thanks for your time. Yeah, no problem, Bradley. I explained it when we first started, but because you are so loyal, I will tell you what happened. The girlfriend told me last night as we're going to sleep, oh, by the way, we're going to my brother's birthday party tomorrow, so we're going to go to North Carolina on Saturday. And I'm like, oh man, okay. So, and let's see here. So I'm here. Let's see. Oh man, my eyes are kind of acting up here a little bit. The crowd has gone mad. Autocorrect is kicking Pilgrim's ass. Let's see. Bradley says, okay, so I'm slacking and forgot the thumbs up. There you go. Phlegm. What up, survivors? That's a simple name. I can do phlegm. Matter of fact, I need to drink some coffee. Got to keep that phlegm down. Oh, phlegm. Everybody's got it. Choo-choo. It's like a jingle, right? Let's see here. Chloe, hi. What are you up to? Chloe, we're just basically talking in the chat. We're talking about a little bit about the world. Pretty much anybody can say whatever they want here. And as long as it doesn't get me kicked off YouTube or you break the only rule, and that's be a dick. So put something in the chat and we'll talk about it. Let's see here. Bradley says, wait, glass isn't safe, but thermal paper receipts are safe amount of BPA. What? I know, right? I wonder, I haven't gone back and checked, but it's like going, you know what? I'm going to look it up right now. Hold on a second here. And we'll just kind of like try to Google it. Government says canning in glass jars isn't safe. Question mark. Let's see what comes up. USDA recommend specific safety precautions. Okay. Show results for can glass jars type mason for canning. Oh, Deanna, she started it. Everybody give Deanna a like. Ah, sweet girl. There you go. All right. So it has begun. It has begun. And it looks like I accidentally put 10 in there. It's only 5. I never go higher than 5, guys. So I'm trying to jars for store-bought products, food canning on. Maybe it's because I'm not using Google. I'm using Brave. Let me try using Google. Maybe something will come up on the liberal chat machine. I really love to find it, but I really would honestly believe that they would automatically retract such a stupid statement. Let's see here. No, the government does not say canning in glass jars is unsafe. That's funny. Let's see here. Truth about canning and safety rules. Foods that are not safe. Rebel Canning is having a moment. That was August. I need let me go to news and let's change the variables to recent in the last week. Nothing. It's not there anymore. It's not there. Let's see here. But yeah. So I'm pretty sure the person who published that memo was instantly bitch slapped, and immediate withdrawal and scrapature from the intranets. Crazy. Let's see. Miko says, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Let's see here. Miko says, canning in jars, that's been going on for centuries and people have survived. I know, right? I know, right? Nice. Stupid hat. Let's see here. Angie says, there seems to be a big revival of Amish canning techniques because they're very simple. They're just super duper simple. I'm telling you, there is a lady. I'm going to find her right now for you guys. I'm going to find her. Keep putting stuff in the chat while I look for this. She's in my favorites, but you know, I have so many favorites that it's like I never get to see the stuff that I want to see anymore. You know, it's just like everything. You watch one naked surfing video on YouTube, and that's all it wants to show you. And I don't know anything about that. Let's see. Crimean canning. Let's do that. I know that's not right, but I'm going to try it anyway. No, it's sending me to some really weird farmer's daughter Willow switch. Oh, this is not. What is going on here? I literally put Ukrainian canning, the girl's punishment in the hidden truth, and it's just a bunch of women spanking videos. Oh my god. Anyway, canning food. Let's do that. All right, so that's not her. That's some crazy old broad. So much scrolling is going to happen right now to find this lady. Absolutely. Is that it right there? No, that's Prep Stutter's Pantry. Damn it. Damn it, Gumby. You know what? Let me go to, maybe I'll find it in my liked videos. I have not watched her. At least, I don't think I've watched her anytime this month. Excuse me. Well, I tell you what, we do have to listen to this. This will blow your mind. Opening a new tab. But I'm still looking for her. Because I watch so many videos. Maybe she's in my subscriptions. Show more. Lab neat. Apartment. Kentucky Sustainable Living. Come on, where is it at? Sample Prepper. Ask a Ninja. Chef Prepper. No. I have too many people that I follow. And it's funny because I never get to watch them. Oh, Jesus. It didn't even show me all subscriptions. It didn't even show them to me. Where's it at? All right. All right. Free Medical, Glenn Beck, Business. Oh. Sorry for the dead air. Use your dead air icon if this is dead air. I'm trying to find this lady for you guys. She's amazing. I tell you what, if I scroll through all this and I don't find her, I'm just going to give up because it's just crazy. I'll have to put it in the members Discord. If you guys aren't a member on the YouTube program, you guys are really missing out. God, I follow too many people. Nope, that's not it. Ozarks Creek. No. Where the frickin' frick is it? I didn't realize I followed this. This is a lot of scrolling. I can't believe there's this many. Still, my finger's getting sore. All right. Wait, what's that? Nope. Son of a bitch. Nope. Sorry, I couldn't find it. Oh, let's see here. What do we got here? Mr. J showed up. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. Do a search for dry canning. This may be the source. She doesn't really do a lot of dry canning. She does. It's just like old school canning. Sure, canning food, ends of the world. Let's try that. Maybe she'll pop up there. All right, stockpiling, how canned food works. 5-year stuffy stuff. Pressure canning onions. This is not it. I said I was done, damn it. It's not happening. I need this. Oh, what's that? No, that's not it. I don't want all these Americans. I want the Croatian lady. She's amazing. Danielle, I can't simply or no. Southern style, no. She always barefoot, no. All right, so this is getting boring now. All right, so what do we got here? Let's see here. The oldest and safest practice. There you go. 1984 at Missouri, propaganda is hard at work. Re-editing, make new stories. There you go. Ferment your food. Let's see. There's always been war, never war. I don't know that was a thing. Let's see. Bradley says, watch a guy say he wanted to buy a laundromat on his Facebook to show it's always listening. So I tried Corvette. Yeah, it's always listening. Let's see. He's spanking while cooking. Sounds like a good time. Okay, Jennifer. Okay. Let's see. My second life. Took a dog as a rehoming. I was told it was a German Shepherd, but I think it's a Belgian Malamute. Wow. Would I be justified in kicking his butt? She is a terror. Those are pretty amazing dogs if you can get them under control. Absolutely super amazing dogs. Rose says another search for oven canning is more to the point, or jar breakage and more. There you go. Bradley says, love me some cooking, but the cooking with Kea was something I didn't understand. Okay. Have you ever made pemmican? No, Flem, I have never made pemmican. It just seems like a lot of work, to be honest with you. It seems like a lot of work, and why? I mean, unless I'm going to sit in a tree stand for hours on end, I don't know. It's like it's the ultimate food. It is, but it's like there's a lot of reasons to make it, and there's a lot of reasons not to make it, and I think that's where I'll leave it. Pilgrim says Jennifer sounds fun. Let's see. Microwave canning a thing also. Just don't put lids in the microwave. Oh wow. Okay, I've never heard of that before. Vegan Cookie showed up. He's sleeping because it's snowing, apparently. Let's see. What's it like to be in LP's mind? Oh, you don't want to go there, my friend. You don't want to go there. Let's see here. Pilgrim, I saw her first. Let's see. Pilgrim, very, very sober and kind of angry, I would guess. That's hilarious. Flem, I made pemmican for the first time a few months ago after starting on the carnivore diet. Yeah, I mean, so do you think I could like eat only pemmican for a week? And what do you think would happen? What do you think I would happen? No, I better ask Rock. I gotta ask Rock. Oh yeah. Because I would make some pemmican and eat only that for a week if it was like something that was great. Can I live on pemmican for a week? Question mark. If so, what would it do to my body? Question mark. That's what Grok says. I need to move this over here so I can read it properly. All right, so it said, yes, you can survive on pemmican for a week as it is a high-calorie, nutrient-dense food made of dried meat, fat, and sometimes berries. Historically used by indigenous people and explorers for long-term subsistence. However, living solely on pemmican for a week could have specific effects on your body depending on your health, activity level, and the pemmican's composition. So, potential effects on your body. I'm going to drink some coffee. Oh, it's so good. All right. Pemmican is rich in fat, often 50 to 80% of the calories, and protein, providing long-lasting energy and fullness. A typical serving is 100 grams, can yield 500 to 700 calories, enough to meet energy needs if portioned correctly, around 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day, depending on your size and activity. You'd likely feel satiated due to the high fat content, which slows digestion. I do know that I am if you guys know about the blood diet, I know that I do need fat in my diet to process things. All right, so nutritional deficiencies, lack of carbohydrates. Pemmican has minimal to no carbs, potentially causing low energy, brain fog, and fatigue, especially if you're active. Your body may enter ketosis, which is, it's okay, burning fat for fuel, which can take a few days to adapt, possibly causing the keto flu, which the symptoms are headache and irritability. Micronutrient shortfalls. Traditionally, pemmican lacks vitamin C, A, and fiber, which could lead to early signs of deficiencies, e.g. is like weakened immunity, digestive issues. Berries in some recipes may provide small amounts of vitamin C, but not enough for a balanced diet. So, electrolyte imbalance. Without sufficient sodium, potassium, and magnesium, not always present in pemmican, you might experience muscle cramps or lethargy, especially if sweating. Digestive issues. The high fat and protein content with no fiber could slow digestion, leading to constipation or discomfort, especially if you're not used to a low fiber diet. Some people may experience diarrhea or nausea if their body struggles to process the high fat load. Ketosis and fat adaptation. With nearly zero carbs, your body would likely shift to ketosis within 2 to 4 days, using fat for energy. This can be efficient for some, but may cause temporary side effects, bad breath, and fatigue during adaptation. Long-term ketosis is generally safe for a week, but without medical history, you can't confirm it's ideal for you. Weight and metabolism. If calorie intake matches your needs, weight should remain stable. A calorie deficit could lead to weight loss, while excess could cause gain. High protein may preserve muscle mass, but lack of carbs could reduce glycogen stores, affecting exercise performance. Potential risks. Individual health conditions. If you have conditions like kidney disease, high cholesterol, or digestive issues, the high protein fat content could strain your system. Consult a doctor if unsure. The quality of the pemmican is an issue as well. Homemade or commercial pemmican varies. Spoilage Improper fat ratios or contamination could cause foodborne illness. Dehydration. High protein requires more water for metabolism, so inadequate hydration could lead to dehydration, especially without electrolyte sources. All right, so we've got some recommendations here. Calorie planning. Estimate your daily calorie needs, $2,000 to $2,500 for the average adult, and portion pemmican accordingly. Let's see, 300 to 500 grams a day, depending on its calorie density. Hydration. Drink plenty of water, 2 to 3 liters a day, to support digestion and metabolism. 2 to 3 liters? 2 to 3 liters? Liters? Really? Like a liter of Coke? Yeah, a liter. A liter. Wow, that's crazy. To support digestion and metabolism. Consider electrolyte supplements if no other sources are available. Supplements. To offset micronutrient gaps, consider a multivitamin or small amounts of vitamin C-rich foods. Monitor symptoms. If you experience severe fatigue, digestive distress, or other unusual symptoms, reintroduce varied foods or consult a healthcare provider. All right, and then there's something called ease in, ease out. If new to high-fat diets, gradually increase pemmican intake before the week starts to avoid digestive shock, transitioning back to a balanced diet afterwards to restore glycogen and micronutrients. And the conclusion is living on pemmican for a week is feasible and unlikely to cause serious harm for most healthy people, but it's not nutritionally complete. You'd likely maintain energy, but face fatigue, digestive changes, or minor nutrient deficiencies. To minimize risks, plan portions, stay hydrated, and consider supplements. If you have health conditions or concerns, check with a doctor first. So, boy, we just answered that question, didn't we? Let's see here. But that was a great way to keep things going. That was a great way to keep things going. Scrolling and scrolling and scroll. I know, right? Loving from TikTok. The Amish lady. No, it's not her. I'm going to find it and I'm going to put it in the members chat because I love this girl. She's just amazing. I've chatted with her on the YouTubes before. Just jerky. Constipation is guaranteed, I would think. Make sure you have plenty of coffee with your pemmican. There you go. Coffee. Less carbs you take in, the less you need vitamin C. Deanna, what is pemmican? Pemmican is a meat and fat. It's basically a survival food. It's like a brick that's been used for thousands of years. It's hard to really explain. Hold on a second. Let me find. What is pemmican? So I'm thinking pemmican recipe. Boom, there we go. All right, so whoa. Hold on a second. Let's go back. Pemmican is a high-energy food made from dried meat, fat, and sometimes dried berries. Let's see. We're going to throw Cowboy Kent Rollins pemmican recipe. This one actually looks really moist. No, I don't like that. That's not a good pemmican recipe. Anyway, but it's just a combination of those things. I know people start them in the fridge. They cut them up. They dry them out. There's a lot of work. Google that shit. I'd rather have a large farva. 2.2 liters of liter per gallon. There you go. Let's see here. What's worse, pemmican or meals ready to eat by the military? Well, I've never had pemmican in the military. In America, dry meat of choice, pounded meat, fat added for paste, added nuts and berries. Don't eat pelicans. Let's see here. Survival foods made for fat, dried meat. Okay, you guys are trying to explain to her what it is. Going to make a last-minute snowblower video. There you go. Are you talking about Prepper Queen? No, not Prepper Queen. I'm going to find it and I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to put it in the members Discord. because like I said, she's my favorite. I don't metric. Let's see here. My blood lab work and health has improved since starting the carnivore diet. Pemmican can make a good soup base also. Nice. Annie, good to see you in here. Good to see you. Snow cone party, LP meet in the Walmart parking lot. No, I do not work at Walmart. I go there a lot. I do not work. I do not own a blue or yellow vest. All right. I just think it's funny that people I've kind of like unintentionally built this persona that I work at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of mind blowing. It's kind of mind blowing. You guys make me want to. You guys motivate me. Like you've like this whole pemmican diet thing. I'm like, I wonder if that's a thing. I wonder if because that really does fit into my diet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to lose weight and I'm the O positive stuff. Or a vegan cookie. Thank you, sir. But again, vegan cookie for giving me that 99 cents. Appreciate you, bro. You guys motivate me to do things. Now you've motivated me to go to Walmart and say, hey, listen, I'm a YouTuber. Can I borrow this blue vest for a second? And give them the camera. They'll love civilians love the camera. You know what I'm saying? They love doing this stuff. Denial is the first sign. He is too ashamed to be a Walmart worker. You just look like the type to work at Walmart. Oh my God. I don't think I could ever work there, man. I don't think I could do it. You know, it's there's just something about the place. You know, I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know. Let's see here. Honestly, I think you should get the job for a day so you can feel the power of the vest. I'm telling you, I might go to Walmart and make a short. I'm going to make a short where I just walk through the camera in the vertical, just be and then just something stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to enjoy making some of these short videos. I don't know if you guys saw that video. Oh, you like my shirt? There you go. You can buy it on Amazon. Let's see here. Should know he worked there once. Remember that time at Walmart camp? That's too funny. Or you can never leave. I told you, man. Listen, if I can buy motor oil, a ratchet, a socket set, a chainsaw, and get ice cream, I'm going to go to that store. You could do, dude, you could help people by telling them what aisle everything is on. Oh yeah, I could I could tell them the wrong aisles. But the thing is Walmart doesn't really work that way. I mean, how many times you've been oh yeah, that's they don't even tell you. If you ask for help at Walmart, they don't even tell you where stuff is. Unless you're in the grocery where it's all like a standard grocery store with the aisles, it's A4 or A1 or A2. It's on aisle A15 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much. But out in the jungle that is the aisles of Walmart that aren't really aisles, or just yellow signs everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're literally walking. It's K, M, S, A, and you're what the hell just happened? You know what I'm saying? Gotta go to the store. Go to that store is Walmart code for having to work. What's up, not a sponsor? Well, people are still teasing me about they think I work at Walmart. I am retired. I have thought about going back to. I get really motivated about going back to work, and I start thinking to myself, but then I have to go to work. I do have a side gig. I've got a side job, guys. I've got a side job. If you can guess what my side job is in the chat, I'll tell you if it's true or not. Let's see here. We know you work at Walmart. Don't be playing with us. Make It is a good canning channel. Let me see. I am not a Walmart greeter. I do not work at Walmart. I'm going to look for that Make It. That's CNN Make It. No. Is that it? That one's got a can on it, but that is not it. Oh, I really want to find her. It's so crazy, man. All I can type is Croatia canning. I don't think that's it. Oh, that might be it right there. Hold on. Our Country Farmhouse. No, that is not it. Oh, this is so maddening. And I'm not subscribed to her anymore either, which really pisses me off. Anyway, I'm just making dead air now. I'm not doing that. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Shoe sale. I'm not a shoes salesman. I do not do Uber Eats. Art gallery. That is an old job. I used to run an art gallery. Lyft. I used to be a Lyft and Uber driver. I do not do that anymore. Let's see here. Not to be bad, but I went to a Walmart that was all mentally handy, and I couldn't get an answer out of anyone. That happens. Let's see here. I was on a semi-truck driver's stream earlier today. It brought me joy to see myself driving on his live. Not that I was watching while driving. Bradley says, business manager. Do you do taxes for a Walmart? Neither one of those is correct. Last one, I swear. Sell jerky at farmer's market. I do not do either one of those things. Not even close. What's up, Rock? Good to see you, man. Lawyer delator. I'm probably going to say that wrong. Lawyer delator. It sounds like something, if I say it like really fast 3 times, it'll turn into a naughty word. But good to see you, Rock. Don't recognize you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's see here. Do you help people with taxes at Walmart? No, I do not. Brandon, dang. No, I do none of those things. None of those things. Rock, you're brand new to YouTube, aren't you? Good to see you. I would give you a hint, but then it would be you would instantly know what it was. Let's see here. Ninja door greeter. There's a lot of Walmart positions, though. No, I do not work for, in, or around a Walmart. I only spend money there and make videos from time to time. All right, so we haven't done it in a while, and we've gone way past the halfway point, but we're having a lot of fun, and it's a Friday, so I don't give a beep. So if you love your country, put a number 1 in the chat. What? America. And I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm going to read some crap off the internet, talk some smack, and yeah, you're going to try and figure out what the hell I do for a living. Actually, I don't do anything for a living anymore. Let's see here. We've got all the number 1s. That's right. I let you guys off. You're like, damn, I can't figure it out, but I don't know what to type. But he gave me the number 1 to put, so I'm going to do that now. You need a shave. I do need to trim up. I've got to go to a party tonight, so I am going to trim up later. But no, I will not. If my girlfriend, I told my girlfriend this morning, it's like, I can't believe it. It's like everything I did this morning, like like my facial hair was trying to get into my mouth from every direction. I felt like it was like constantly being attacked. And she's like, well, you should, what was it? You should shave it. And I said, okay, I'm going to shave it off. She's like, no. Let's see. You make frequent trips there weekly, if not daily. That is correct, Rose. That is correct. And 3Gil, welcome to the channel. I don't recognize you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's see. Rock says, sorry, you are spending fiat currency, not money coinage. Factual statement. I'm sorry, I'm doing that too. But they don't take silver or gold yet. And they don't take gold backs. So yeah, I kind of have to do that. They do take plastic though. Let's see here. Bradley says, oh wait, the obvious job. You a YouTube influencer. Well, I don't know who the hell I'm influencing these days. But no, I am not. I just make stupid videos on the internet. Number one Walmart customer, probably. I will not sub. Okay, well, to each their own. Rose says it's called just trim it if having an issue while eating. Yeah, I know. I've got to do this stuff, you know. I'm a substitute teacher. I started to sign up to be a substitute teacher once. It was like right at the end of that thing that we can't talk about. I started to like I was almost in. I had applied. I had got the background check. I'd done everything they wanted me to do, and they started like dragging their feet. And I was like, so I finally called like the vice president not the vice president. I called the vice principal for 3 different schools in the area for all different grade levels. And I was like, hey, listen, I was getting ready to sign on to be an assistant teacher here. Because basically you just have to have a high school diploma and no criminal record. You're just there to make sure that the kids show up and you know what I'm saying? Here, your teacher said do these assignments, that kind of thing, right? So I was going to sign up to do that, and they started dragging their feet. So I started calling around, and all the vice was like, yes, we need people. We want people. And so I called the HR for the county that I live in, and I was like, hey, listen, I've talked to all 3 of the vice principals for the schools in this area, and they say they need people. Why haven't you called me back? Well, there's just so many people applying. And I said, lady, you are lying through your teeth. I don't know why you're doing it. And she hung up on me. So I can't be that. I can't do that. Let's see here. True substitute. At 43, I've had my beard longer than been smooth face. Wow, that's all right. Good on you, man. Pilgrim says, what a coincidence. I watch stupid videos on the internet. Oh, look at the grouse. Anywho. Let's see here. Do recommend any good knife sets. For knife sets for what, Justin? What knife sets for what? I guess that's the question, because different knives for different tasks. Bradley says, heaven forbid you teach someone about the real world to some kids. Oh, for cooking, knife sets for cooking. How much money you got? What's your price range? What's your price range, Justin? There's a lot of them out there. And unfortunately, there's a lot of really bad ones too. Rose says she hates controversy. You called her on bad form and had no response. Wow. Okay. Now you don't want to buy Gensu, man. You're talking about cooking knives, $300 range. Hold on, let me go into my handy dandy repertoire of information. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. And let's go to this one right here. Okay. And then let's go over to here. Okay, so some of these are legit, others are not. Damascus is good steel, but I mean, if you want like a full, I mean, if you just want like a kitchen set for $300, there's several companies out there that make good ones. I'm trying to find you something that's like not like crazy. Some of these are just, they're just pretty knives, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you went to like, so basically there's only really 3 knives you need for cooking, you know what I'm saying? But I would say the Wusthof is probably very high. It's just under $300 for a set of 3, because honestly, you're just paying for crap. At a certain point, you're paying for junk. Now, how do I know this? Because I love to cook, and I only use basically a chef's knife for everything. And I have an El Crapo, which is the best one I've ever had. It's like a $25 knife, and I have I actually have a Wusthof that is basically a $150 knife that has gone dull on me before. But there's actually a set of Wustofs that you can buy that are really good. So who is that? Whoever was asking for that, here you go. There is my recommendation to you right there. Quality knife, high end. It's going to last you probably your entire life, as long as you don't like bang on pots with it and stuff. When I say bang on, I mean like go out and try to do the Ginso test, cutting cans and crap, and things like that. But let's see here. We used to use the Sukumaya Japanese steel, but they are worn. Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a toss up when you talk about kitchen blades or chef blades. Basically, it's always going to be a toss up between the European steel and the Japanese steel. You know what I'm saying? The Japanese steel will last like forever, but unfortunately, what you've got to do with that is you've got to get the soaking stones and sharpen them every time. Like if you're in the industry, you basically, that's part of your prep, is to get out the wet stones and sharpen. You know what I'm saying? Probably down to 3 stone. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But yeah, guys didn't think I knew that, huh? Yeah. Cutco knives are great. Yes, they are. They're not bad. My pronouns are deport illegals. I got you, Hugh. Well, you are welcome here. You are welcome here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's see here. Cindy, I used to sell them. There you go, Ian. I just use my Crocodile Dunny Bowie. I own quite a bit of Cutco. There you go. Let's see here. Frozen on me. Had to leave and come back. Now I'm in a Tractor Supply getting food grade buckets so I can Mylar soon. Gotcha. Let's see here. Jennifer, you don't have to pay for food grade buckets if you're putting the food in Mylar. You know that, right? Tractor Supply, or what is it? The Harbor Freight buckets. I think if you spend $20 or $29, you get a free bucket with no lid. Just FYI. Let's see here. I have a set that my grandmother bought from one of my uncles, where he sold them back. And there you go. Ginsus have been around nearly 50 years, haven't they? Brother and sold Cutco knives while in college. Well, I mean, Ginsu is a good knife if you like serrated blades, Looking for LP in Discord. Why are you looking for me in the Discord? What have you done? Man? Hold on. I'll open the Discord up. General chat. What do we got here? Cindy Lou posted a book. Cook Vegan Cookies has got this. This guy's got he's like in a Walmart parking lot. It's wintertime and he's wearing shorts, and he's got one of those ice grinders that you can push. It's like a weed whacker, but it's got an ice grinder blade on the bottom of it, or a rolling wheel. He's titled it "Looking for Local Prepper in the Parking Lot." That's hilarious, man. I did not know that. Thank you. Guess I'll be going to Harbor Freight tomorrow. There you go. But have a plan. Don't just go there to buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Have a plan. Have a plan. I need to give that a laugh as well myself. Cindy was giving that a laugh. Let's see. Sometimes free and cheap buckets at bakery and grocery stores. So the other place you can get buckets and sometimes even lids, but they're not free anymore. They used to be free. Is go to the bakery / deli for vegan cookies. Thank you for the 99 cents. There we go. Everybody give him a like. Go to the Walmart bakery / deli. Mostly the bakery though, okay? Because all the dough and sauces come in these buckets, and inside and the buckets, everything that was in the bucket was in a bag, and it's sealed, right? So basically, the buckets are just for shipping. It's kind of weird how they do it. So they literally just like pull the bag out, do what they're going to do with whatever was in the contents of that bag, and then they just take the buckets and stack them in the corner. You can go to Walmart. You used to be able to buy them. They used to be free, okay? Then they went up to $1. They're probably $1.25, $1.50 now. But and a lot of times they'll give you a lid with them too. And if you're just doing Mylar bags, all you need is a lid that a rat can't open. You know what I'm saying? So now you know that. Now you know that. I might go to Walmart today and get me some buckets. See what they got. Or you know what you can do too, and if they tell you, oh, we're out, we don't have any more. Well, they're either lying or someone else is buying them. So FYI, just say, hey, listen, so when is the best time for me to come by? Like what day is the best day to come by and get those buckets? And they'll tell you, oh, the truck comes on such and such a day and we do this. And so probably the best day is Wednesday, and then get in there and get them, let's see. Jennifer says that and batteries. I know you recommend batteries all the day from there. Yes. Hold on. Wait. Here. So I'm not full of crap. I need to go get some AAAs. And I've got so many. This thing doesn't hold a lot of AA's for some reason. But yeah, it's my battery buddy. He's my buddy. He's back. Probably got. There you go. There you go. Got no room for the AA's anymore. All right, so I need a battery buddy that holds more AA's. Yeah, definitely. And they have deals on them all the time too. Let's see here. Unfortunately, the buckets at Walmart, well, in my area, are only 1 or 2 gallon, no longer 5 gallons. Okay, so glass half full. They're still buckets. They still have tops, and you could still put stuff in them. Ta-da! Never look a gift horse in the mouth. All right, let's see here. Walmart sells great value batteries. I honestly hadn't looked, West Virginia, Pappy. Let's see here. Cindy Pilgrim says, Cindy, varmints around here are allergic to 22 hollow points. Yeah, rats chew through plastic buckets. They can. I tell you what is weird. It's that time of the year where, if you leave the stuff out on the counters or whatever, then you're going to have an ant problem. You know what I'm saying? The ants are going to get you sooner or later. And so we got the ant traps out, and it's under control. But every so often you'll get a new herd has come through, a new pack, a new group of ants will try to infiltrate your home. You know what I'm saying? What I have found is spick and span, and I don't know why. I don't know if there's ammonia in it. I don't know why, but it works. Spick and span kills ants on contact. Not a joke. They have been trying to get around the microwave for some time now. I actually have an ant trap there, and it doesn't do anything. And so all I do is I just keep the spick and span near the microwave, and they come out, and I go, and they're dead just like that. And then at the end of the day, I just sweep their corpses into the trash. Kind of weird, man. What do we got here? Let's see. Rats chew, Cindy, varmints. Get Mo batteries. Walmart sells great value batteries now. Same, Ian, not my large ones at Walmart bakery anymore, and many smaller ones have cheap plastic lids, but a few good lids. Listen, if it's free, it's for me. I don't need to have, I mean, if you're truly worried about stuff like that, then just stop buying plastic and start buying metal. Let's see. May not have large ones at Walmart anymore, small ones, cheap plastic. We talked about that. Battery Daddy, I love those. My grandpa loaded one up and gave it to me for Christmas. Yeah, and that's not cheap either to do that. That's like $30 just for the Battery Daddy. Glue 3 of your buckets together. There you go. Town redid septic and rats were an issue. Ah, okay. Cucumber peels at every points deter ants. Ants don't like cucumber peels. I didn't know that. Let's see here. I deterred a woodchuck yesterday from never coming back to my garden. Let's see here. Pilgrim, what woodchuck? I get 55-gallon metal drums with lids for $12.50 each from my honey guy. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, that's useful. That's useful. If you've got the ability to store 55-gallon drums, then that is useful. Let's see here. Just use a drum liner. Okay, there you go. All right, let's see here. We've been going at this for an hour and 11 minutes. I'm still good if you are. Let's see here. Oops, not high yet. The weed is still inside. Another 3 weeks till I can plant outdoors. Oh, I see. I mean, I got to check my tomato plant. My tomato plant has been chugging water. Lots of dog food in those drums. There you go. Okay. My cats got into their treats last night. They were just chewed the crap out of the bags. They couldn't get into them, but they just like little penetrating teeth marks all through the bags. I can just see them like laying on the table, like trying to get into them. They're like, they actually make, when you feed them to them, they like make that noise when they eat them. All right, let's see here. So the chat is dead. The chat is dead. Beep, 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 beep. The chat is dead. The chat is dead. What shall we do here? What are we going to talk about now? Because if we don't talk about something, then I'm going to have to go do something productive, which I don't really have a problem with, but I'd rather, it's Friday, so I'd rather just like eat food, drink coffee, talk to you, and be fat and happy. Meow. Got those kitty cats going on there. I may or may not use old glue buckets with liners and Mylar to store. Okay. Good for you. Yes. You know, winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the only problem I have with like storing things in buckets is that I have so many buckets that the buckets aren't uniform. And so when I look at them, they're like, that one's taller than that one, and that one's shorter than that one. It's like, you know, and it's like, oh, I just wish they were all uniform and look pretty and stuff. But no, it's not going to happen because all the buckets I got were for free. All right, I'm going to put some more coffee in this mug. You guys are going to put some stuff in the chat to talk about, or I'm going to turn this damn thing off. I will do it. Do not make me do it. I will do it. All right, what do we got here? A bucket is a bucket is a bucket. Most of mine are bakery buckets. I love it. Wait, so plastic bucket and Mylar lined, not so rat proof? It really depends on where you live and your rat problem. Now listen, little bitty rats, little bitty like field mice, those guys are not going to dig giant freaking holes in your plastic buckets. You know what I'm saying? If they smell something, they taste something, they'll gnaw at it. They'll gnaw at it for days until they get in. But it's not going to be like, hey, I put a bucket down and the next morning it had a rat hole in it. You know what I'm saying? You need to actually have like a real rat, like a genuine like mouse or rat. Let's see here. Free is the best price. Yes, that's the only price for me. But yeah, you know, the other thing too is a lot of people don't do it. Is they'll get their buckets from all these different places. I used to get buckets from the Chinese joint. All their sauces come inside of 5-gallon buckets, like legitimate 5-gallon buckets with metal bar handles and everything, right? And I used to, when I go to eat at a Chinese joint, I say, hey, listen, you guys got any buckets back there? I'll take those buckets if you don't mind. And sometimes they'll give them to you for free. Sometimes they'll charge you for them. Hey, listen, I never met somebody in a Chinese restaurant that wasn't eager to make a buck. Sorry, it's not a stereotype. It's a truth. It's a fact. Okay. But if you give them $5 for 5 buckets, they are not going to complain, but you better make sure you get the lids. You know what I'm saying? Make them work for it. But yeah, I used to do that all the time. But one of the mistakes people make when they get these buckets is they don't clean them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying for sanitation reasons. I'm saying for smell reason. So if you decide you want to get a bucket from the local Chinese joint, and it's full of Szechuan or General Tso's or sweet and sour sauce, then shame on you when the rat eats a hole through it, because they like Chinese food too. If you didn't know this, rats like Chinese food too. Okay. So when you get one, clean it properly, use some chemicals on it. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I'll do is I'll actually spray all my buckets with Windex and clean them up real good before I do anything with them, because of that exactly. My chat just crapped out on me, but that's okay. I'll fix it I'm going to F5 the hell out of that chat. But yeah, do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you won't have these problems. And clean the area around your storage. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of the cardboard. Just be smart about it. Let's see here. I got my buckets from Shipley Donuts. Well, I hope you clean the hell out of them, Annie. Let's see here. Let's see. Remember, there's a limit on the number of buckets you can stack before you break. Oh yeah. I never stack my buckets more than 3 high. Unless they have freeze-dried food in them, and then who cares, right? Stack them to the ceiling. It doesn't matter. Firehouse Sub used to give buckets for a donation to the Fireman's Fund. There you go. I bet that's a manager's issue. I bet that's a manager's thing. You know what I'm saying? I bet that's a manager's thing, because they couldn't substantiate not taking the money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, you got buckets? I'll make a donation right now. How many buckets you got? Better clean it good. Dumpster diving before and after hours. Okay, as long as the law or business doesn't call you on it. Yeah, as long as you're not trespassing, and as long as there's not a city ordinance against it, there's nothing they can do about it. When something goes into the trash, it's the trash. Sanitize, there you go. Pilgrim says, a lot of buckets I got from Tractor Supply had cracks in the bottom. Check before you buy. Yes, absolutely. The other thing too is, if there's cracks in the bottom of them, can you repair them? Because you can use epoxy to repair plastic quite easily if you know how to do it. And in fact, those cracks are even stronger after the epoxy fully cures. But the problem is if it cracked, did it crack because it was too much weight was on it, or did it crack because the plastic itself was flawed, and you don't want that bucket? Let's see here. Buckets easier to carry and stack than metal barrels. Check movie theater for 5-gallon metal buckets with lids from bulk butter flavored coconut oil. That is freaking ingenious, Cindy. That is ingenious. Movie theater, bulk butter oil. You got my mind spinning, girl. You're motivating me. You're motivating me, Cindy. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. Pilgrim, now you tell me. I left the store already. I'll check when I get home. I'm driving. Duct tape them and use Mylar bags. So good enough. There you go. Exactly. If they're just containers, they're just containers. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have an actual, a purpose, that's one of the reasons I started moving to totes for some things. I did make the mistake of starting to do rice and beans in totes, and those are freaking heavy. So don't make my mistake. I need some buckets. Let's see here. Looks like Chris, a.k.a. Sane Canadian, is playing War Thunder. That's 7 days ago. Don Truck is playing World of Warcraft Classic 3 days ago. Hopefully they're at work. Let's see here. All right, so chat has died down. We're only at chat rate 2. I wonder what the highest chat rate is. That's interesting. That's interesting. But if things are dying down, then I guess the live stream is over. No one is asking any questions or interacting anymore, and I completely understand. You can only do this for so long. What I will tell you is that you did not even come close to meeting the goal, but the live stream is ending. The live stream is ending, and I feel like you guys put out today, and it is Friday, so yeah. So I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you the Grand Poobah of Preparedness hat. Make sure you guys put something in the chat. I like to pet my cat. If you get too close, I'll hit you with a bat. See how I did that? See how I did that? Just for you. Just for you. All right, guys. Smaller buckets, better beans, rice, etc. A couple of those totes from Home Depot. Redoing my basement. You can use 1 gallon Mylar bags, but only 4 fit in a 5-gallon bucket. Isn't that ironic? All right. So, okay, guys, that's going to be about it. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to have to move the camera. The Poobah has entered the building. Also, guys, hey, I didn't talk about it, but if you guys haven't seen my short for Refuge Medical, go to my channel and find it. It's the last short I just made. I'm kind of experimenting with making some funnier videos, but they still have to be relevant. They still have to be prepper focused. So go and check it out. I also think it's probably the best explanation of the April sale that they're doing right now. So when we're done, I'm going to give you a link. I'm going to give you a link. Where are we at here? LocalPrepper. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. YouTube Studio and content. And shorts, and where's it at? Man, I'm just screwing up royally. I think my brain pill's not working or something. Where's my channel? Shorts. They make it so complicated sometimes. All right. All right, so we're going to... where's the damn link at? Oh, that's over here. All right, there we go. Boom, there we go. There's the link right there, guys. All right, negative. Space is a real thing. Thank you. All right, Pilgrim. All right, guys, stay safe. Have a great weekend, and I shall see you when I see you. Bye-bye. I got to turn the camera around now. Bye. There it is. There it is. There it is. There's how I talk to you. All the stuffs. There's some stuff I did. There's some stuffs. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Hit that link.